Should the law prioritize justice or legal stability? Hi everyone, today I'd like to discuss a question that lies at the heart of every legal system. Should the law prioritize justice or legal stability? At first, many people would answer that the law should always pursue justice. After all, the ultimate purpose of law is to create a fair society. If a legal system consistently produces unjust results, people will gradually lose trust in it. However, justice is not the only value that the law seeks to protect. The law must also provide stability and predictability. Without them, individuals and businesses would never know what to expect. Imagine signing a contract. You invest your money because the law promises to protect your agreement. Now imagine that a court suddenly changes the legal rules because it believes a different outcome would be more just. Although the decision may appear fair, in one case, it creates uncertainty for everyone else. People can no longer predict how future cases will be decided. Economic activity becomes more difficult because no one knows whether existing rules will remain reliable. This is why legal stability is so important. Citizens plan their lives based on existing laws. Businesses make investments. Governments establish long-term policies. All of these activities depend on the expectation that the law will remain reasonably consistent. On the other hand, excessive emphasis on stability can preserve injustice. History provides many examples of legal systems that maintained discriminatory or outdated laws for decades simply because stability was considered more important than reform. If courts and legislatures never questioned existing laws, many fundamental rights that we take for granted today might never have been recognized. Therefore, legal systems must also remain capable of change. The difficult question is when change should occur. Should courts reinterpret the law to achieve justice, or should legislatures revise the law through democratic procedures? Many legal scholars argue that courts should interpret laws consistently while legislatures should bear primary responsibility for major legal reforms. This division preserves both legal certainty and democratic legitimacy. In my opinion, legal stability should generally be the starting point because predictable laws protect individual freedom and social trust. However, stability should never become an excuse for preserving obvious injustice. When existing laws clearly violate constitutional principles or fundamental human rights, legal reform becomes not only desirable but necessary. Ultimately, justice and stability are not enemies. Justice without stability may produce uncertainty. Stability without justice may preserve oppression. A successful legal system is one that protects both values while recognizing that neither can exist without the other. So here's my question for you. If you had to choose, should courts prioritize reaching the most just outcome in each individual case, or should they prioritize maintaining consistent and predictable legal rules? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for listening. See you next time.